So we really don't know shit. We don't know shit at all. And even me saying we don't know shit is a statement assuming I know that we don't know shit. It's pointless. Just collapses on itself. Is really pointless. So all this non-dual correctness of trying to express like what this is like is just the dream that it happened for the character in the first place. Just a dream that the character is experiencing an absence of character. It's really just utterly pointless. But it happens. See, pointless or meaningless doesn't mean that something just stops happening. Like, apparently happening, whatever the fuck you want to say, dude. I don't give a shit about being non-dual correct. I don't. I really don't. This is gonna be a bad vibe video. That's overdue. I don't give a fuck about being non-dual correct, because you can't be non-dual correct. The second that you speak on non-duality, it's just duality. So who gives a shit, dude? Who gives a shit? Arrest me. Oh, that means like shit in sign language or something. I don't give a fuck, man. You see, this and everything that's happening, and no matter whether somebody is like a teacher or seems very serious, like non-duality, like very like nobody's there, like, or they are in a state, still duality. Me telling Pastor Dave to fuck off is not separate from this. Oh no, it's not. And it doesn't mean something. You see, this is just the most authentic expression of nothing coming up without a meaning. And that's what it is when you look at other creators. That's what it is when you look at a tree. That's what it is when you, I don't fucking know. Everything is already that. Everything's already that. It's already that. It's already this. So like, for somebody to be like, well, there's still a character there that is mean and I don't like it and she is mocking me, or she's really immature. Does that mean something? Does that mean something to you? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know shit. I don't know anything. I really don't. I don't know anything. I just, and that's like the freedom or whatever. The freedom is I just don't know. I don't make it mean something that there's still an apparent character and personality qualities. And this, no, there's not things or actions that go away forever. It's just the illusion seen for what it is. So it doesn't mean anything happens. There's no meaning to it. There's no like, this, oh, this cringes at things. Oh yeah, it does. This cringes at a lot of things, okay? This, rolls its eyes at a lot of things. Yeah, it does. Mocks a lot of things. Yeah, it does. Thinks a lot of things are very funny. Yes, it does. What does that mean? Do you think that that means something? Does it mean that I am not enlightened? Who was believing that somebody could be enlightened in the first place? Who was believing that? Did that belief come from maybe another character? Oh, see what this is What I like to call it is just the most authentic expression of nothing appearing, rising and falling. And this could look like anything. Sometimes it looks real lovey-dovey, sometimes it looks real fuck you, sometimes it looks humorous, and there are preferences. There are things that it's more likely to look like than not, but it could anything can rise and anything can fall, and it's just a rising and a falling. Does it mean anything? No. Is it claimed by anyone? No. It's just enjoyed. Like the view. Like the view. See, like if I were to sit in this spot all day, this would still be the view. Okay, it doesn't matter either way. But this would still be the view. And just like this character, if anger, like at the way the skyline looks right now in the AM, this is in the morning, it would look different at night. And there's no defining this as something by what it looks like in the moment. It's just a rising and a falling. Just goes, like with time. That's how the person is. And it's not about this looking like something specific. It doesn't. Or you could say it does too. You could say that it does too. You could say that this can look like anything. This already looks like everything. If it looks like something specific, it's exactly whatever the fuck is going on right now is what it looks like. A personality you don't like, somebody that's not a still rock. Somebody that confuses you, emotional, I don't know. These are just sounds coming out. Really, I don't know anything. I don't know shit. And I don't, there are times I guess I claim to know and it just like falls. Maybe I do. I don't even know that I don't know. I don't know shit. And it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. None of this means anything, and that's where the freedom is. People think that's where the trap is. Like, even understanding non-duality and wrapping a meaning around non-duality of what it looks like to really, I don't know, have a non-dual awakening and what you should really look like. The fuck does that mean? No, I'm being so honest. What in the fuck does that mean? It means nothing. If I were to be still, I love Rupert, dude. Okay, and yes, I'm saying I love something. Non-dual, who's waving the non-dual flag? Fuck off. All right. I need another word for like non-dual versions of Pastor Dave, dude. But anyway, if I were to sit and hold like teachings like Rupert and I was just very still all the time, like there's no, does that mean something more than me saying fuck off Pastor Dave? Does it? It's a real question. Does that mean something more? Ultimately, not relatively. Relatively, sure, you could make it. Relatively is just imagination. You can imagine any meaning you want. That's fine. Is there any ultimate provable meaning that you know for sure? No. Nope, nope, nope. So it just rises and it falls, and there's not resistance here. There's not resistance here. There's not resistance. This is not resistance. All this is no resistance. It's not some change that happens that changes the you. It could seem like that. It can seem like that. Like this personality is even stronger than before the awakening. It seems like something really changed or can change where you're like still or nothing. I don't know. And I don't care. I don't fucking care. This is just what comes up. And different moments, maybe I will care. I don't care if I care. I don't care if I'm correct or incorrect or want to be correct or whatever in a moment. It's just what rises and falls. It's just what rises and falls. There's no identification with any of it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about fitting into a box of what enlightenment's supposed to look like for a person, because enlightenment is saying there's no enlightenment for a fucking person. How about them apples? I don't care. I don't care about being taken serious. I'm not anybody's, unless I am your teacher, who knows? Maybe I'm teaching you something. There's no intention. There's just preference of filming these. There's just, I like filming these or whatever. It seems like I like filming these, so it just happens. And that's the same with everything else. There's no need for it to mean anything or fit perfectly anywhere. It's to say nothing does. This is to say nothing does. See, people are drawn to this stuff because, like, I don't know anything. Even to say because, like, I just don't know anything. But it seems like people are just, like, drawn to this, like, maybe, you know, they'll reach this God point where they're just sitting, whatever. Like, people really have an idea of that, and that with that state, which it's just a state, even when you're seeing me animated and when you're seeing me still in different videos, those are still just states. That's still just duality. It's still just whatever. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. It really doesn't matter. There's still no matter what's animated or seems animated, there's still a sense of an inner unshakability or whatever. But even saying that, it makes it seem like there's a point to get to where that happens, and where, like, it's just all silly. Like, it's just all super fucking silly. It's shenanigans. It's foolery. Like, it really doesn't matter. And I know some people are like, it does matter for the person. It seems like it matters here. If I was talking relatively, yes, it seems like it matters here. I would not trade my awakening. Fucking cry me a river. Okay. Yes, I said my. All right. I wouldn't trade it, the experience of it, for the world. It's been super liberating. Yeah, in a relative. Ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter. The awakening is just to say that this is already this. It's always been that. It's always going to be that, no matter whether you seek or you don't seek, or you give up, or I don't know, you're shooting heroin in your ass. Like, it is the same thing. It's a rising and a falling, and a rising and a falling, and a rising and a falling. It's the same shit. So there's no need here to pretend like it's all just whatever. There's not a need for anything here. Like, I don't know, like, unless that's what's popping up and pretending to be, like, whatever. If that's what nothing is pretending to be in the moment, then that's just what the fuck it is too. Inescapable. Truly, truly inescapable. It's just what it is. There's no making this like there's no point. There really is no point to get to. And I know that's, like, relatively, it can still seem like that. Like, there was a point to get to relatively. And what I'm saying is the relative doesn't even just fall away. People talk about it like it's not that you died. It's not that that's not this. At least this is just that there's no resistance. there's a noticing that existence resists nothing. Has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you or me or your teachers or the people that you think are super asleep. The really annoying ones, you know what I mean? Pastor Dave has nothing to do with fucking Pastor Dave, dude. Pastor Dave, get the fuck off my page. All right. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's just a recognizing that this, which we're saying existence, which we're saying is still an illusion, all existence is this hologram. But that's all we know. Really sitting and talking, listening to everybody talk about nothing all day, like there's really just nothing. Like we don't know anything for sure. It's better. No, yeah, I'll use the word better too. Non-dually flags just waving. In my opinion, it is just better to just say I don't know. We don't even know that there's nothing. We don't know that there's nothing. We don't know that there's no knowing. There just seems to be a recognition that this existence that is appearing rejects and resists absolutely nothing. There's no resistance to what comes up in this existence. And it's completely impersonal. It has nothing to do with the person.